kids, your Uncle Paul Acevedo is here from Windows Central. Here is the video review of the Halo 5 limited edition wireless controllers for Xbox One. We're going to look at both controllers. Comes in two forms, Master Chief version and Spartan Locke version. The boxes are really nice, as you can tell. These are limited edition controllers. They cost $10 more than a normal Xbox One controller. So one of the ways they justify that extra cost is really nice packaging. Boom. Before we talk about the controllers, let's see what else they come with. Of course, they come with AA batteries, non-rechargeable. Each one has a product sheet about that particular controller, which lists some of its particular features, such as the signature green and metallic orange accents on the Halo Master Chief controller. But they also come with a download code for a rec pack for Halo 5. Each one of these guarantees a specific item. With the Master Chief controller, you get the Dauntless visor, and with the Spartan Locke controller, you get the Resolute visor. Without further ado, here are the controllers. They look really nice together. It's a shame most of us can't afford to own both controllers at once, right? The Master Chief controller, obviously themed after Master Chief's green armor. One thing both of these controllers have in common is that the X, Y, A, and B buttons are not actually colored. They're all the same color, but they have color labels next to them. That's an interesting way of handling things. The Master Chief controller, quite uniquely, has green thumbstick tops. It looks like below the tops they're still black, but the actual top part is unique. You can see you've got the UNSC logo in the center, gold chrome D-pad. That is really neat. Let's hope this chrome holds up. Probably should for a while. Then you have these details on the sides. These are apparently laser etched, so you actually can feel them cut into the controller a little bit. The etching doesn't stand out very much to the touch, but it is there. Also, this hexagonal pattern is taken from Master Chief's armor in Halo 5. It shows up on some parts of his armor, including the waist area. Left and right sides of the controller are identical. They both have a little red arrow there. Turning it around to the back. The center is a standard black that you'll find on most Xbox One controllers, although the battery cover on this one has a series of dots. Kind of like Braille. I don't know what the deal with that is. It's not on the Spartan Locke controller. Also, you can see back here more laser etching, slightly darker color of green here. Looks really good in my opinion. Up here at the top, this part is still glossy black like on all Xbox One controllers, but the triggers are gold triggers, which is really unique and beautiful. Altogether, this controller instantly evokes the look and feel of Master Chief. People will recognize exactly what it is themed after, even if they didn't see the UNSC there in the center. Now, the Spartan Locke variant on the controller has a little more work to do because people are less familiar with that character. He's new to Halo 5 and the Master Chief collection. The thumbsticks might not immediately stick out, but they are actually gray instead of black like on a normal Xbox One controller. So that matches the silver color of the controller really nicely. And the gray goes all the way to the base of the thumbstick. It's not just the tops. Over here you can see the X, Y, A, and B color labels are actually in a different place compared to the Master Chief controller. They're below the buttons on Master Chief. They're above the buttons at a 90-degree angle on the Locke controller. The back and start buttons, view and menu buttons, are actually gray on the Spartan Locke controller, which again is a unique aspect of this controller. They're black on all other controllers that I know of. There's an interesting little dot pattern along here in the middle. I guess that is supposed to evoke Spartan Locke's armor in some way. Up at the top, UNSC logo in a different location. You have some laser etched darker silver parts. Then you have the hexagonal pattern, much like the Master Chief controller, although the actual borders of the hexagonal pattern are different. And again, Spartan Locke's armor has this pattern around the waist area. These metallic blue highlights also appear on Spartan Locke's armor. They wrap around the controller. And you've got your blue chrome D-pad, which is quite beautiful. It's one of the things I like best about this controller. Over here on the right-hand side, you have some Halo emblems, 5 emblems there. Then on the left-hand side, you have what look to be Spartan call letters, something like that. Perhaps they represent Spartan Locke's team, I'm not sure. The back of the Spartan Locke controller instead of being black in the center like with most Xbox One controllers, is actually a gray or silver color. I would call this gray. It doesn't have the little braille style pattern, but the gray looks really cool, matches the rest of the controller. Still have your black glossy top area. That is a fingerprint magnet, unfortunately. The triggers are silver triggers. They don't stand out as much as the Master Chief's gold triggers, in my opinion, but they do still look really nice. I'll take anything but black triggers because that gets boring, so I'm glad that these do match the rest of the controller. Both controllers, of course, are based on the new Xbox One controller, not the first model, which means they have a proper 3.5mm headset jack down here, in addition to the proprietary jack, which was the only one found on launch-era Xbox One controllers. They also have the improved controller's bumper buttons, which are now easier to press and more precise. Clearly, they're just a beautiful pair of controllers. It's hard for me to pick a favorite between the two because each one has something that I really like. I especially like the gold colors on the Master Chief controller's triggers. And over here on the Spartan controller, I like that the back is gray instead of black. All told, these two controllers are a fun way to celebrate the release of Halo 5. Remember, they are limited edition, so eventually they will be gone for good, just like the original Titanfall Xbox One controller. They cost $10 more than a regular controller, but you do get that unique rec pack, and that's a good little bonus feature there, in addition to the nicer packaging. If you're a big Halo fan, I certainly recommend that you get one or both controllers, grab Halo 5 itself, and then you'll be ready to play your part in the conflict between Master Chief and Spartan Locke. Thanks for watching. Read our full review at windowscentral.com. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. And remember, don't hate, appreciate.